Hey everybody, how's it going? Thank you again so much for being here with me today for another great lesson from Big Wave Guitar. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the greatest love songs of all time, Can't Help Falling in Love with You, as performed by Elvis Presley. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. A lot of really good stuff in there for you to learn. Before we jump into the lesson, if you could please be so kind as to like this video and subscribe to the channel. That way you get to stay up to date on all of the great lessons and tips and general guitar knowledge that we share here. I really, really appreciate that. Like I said, thanks again for being here, and let's get to the lesson. So for today's lesson, I highly recommend just getting a capo and sticking it on the 2nd fret. That way we can play all the same normal block chords that we do, but it'll be in the same key as the original recording. So it'll be a lot more fun for you to play along with. So just grab a capo, throw it on the 2nd fret. First chord we're going to need today is C major, and we're going to get that by putting our first finger on, in this case, the 3rd fret of the B string, the 4th fret of the D string with your middle finger, and your 3rd finger will get the 5th fret of the A string. And we're going to mute that low E with either our ring finger or with our thumb to play the bottom 5. Next chord we're going to need is G major. Well, it's actually A major in this case, but we're going to take our middle finger and put it on the 5th fret of the low E. Our first finger is going to get the 4th fret of the A, and our ring finger is going to get that 5th fret of the high E, and we're going to let all 6 strings ring. The next chord we're going to need today is A minor. We're going to get that by putting our first finger on the 1st or 3rd fret of the B string, our middle finger on the 4th fret of the D, and our ring finger on the 4th fret of the G. And we're going to mute that low E with our thumb and play the bottom 5. The next chord after that we're going to need is E minor. We're going to take our first finger and put it on the 4th fret of the A, and then our middle finger and put it on the 4th fret of the D, and let all 6 strings ring freely. Now also later in the song we're going to use a different version of E minor, which again starts with the same way. First finger on 4, 2nd finger on 4 of D, and then we're going to take our pinky and get that high 5th fret and put that in there as well. It'll give it a nice bright sound. The next chord we're going to need today is our old friend F. So we're going to put our first finger and bar it on the 3rd fret of the E and B strings. Then we're going to take our middle finger and get that 4th fret of the G. And then our ring finger is going to come up and get the 5th fret of the A, and our pinky is going to get the 5th fret of the D. So we put that all together, and then mute that low E with our thumb, play the bottom 5. The next chord we're going to need today is B7, right? So what we're going to do is put our middle finger on the 4th fret of the A. Our first finger is going to get the 3rd fret of the D, and then our ring finger is going to get the 4th fret of the G. And then I'm going to mute that low E with my middle finger here, right, so that it doesn't ring, and we're going to play the bottom 5. Next chord is A7. So what we're going to do to get A7 is take our ring finger, put it on the 4th fret of the B string, and then our middle finger and get the 4th fret of the D string, right? And then use their thumb there to mute the low E, and then play all the other strings open and freely. Last chord we're going to need for this song is D minor. So we're going to get that by putting our first finger on the 3rd fret of the high E string, our ring finger on the 5th fret of the B string, and our middle finger on the 4th fret of the G. And then again we're going to use our thumb to mute the low E, arrange our fingers like so, and then play the bottom 5 string openly. So let's take a look at the intro of the song. It's just a quick little 4-bar intro. Remember, this song is in a 6/8 time, right? So each bar gets a count of 6. If that doesn't make sense to you, don't worry. It's more about the feel. It's got that waltz feel, that 3 time, that 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, as opposed to 1 2 1 2 1 2. So starting with that intro, It goes from C, G, A minor, C, G, and then into the intro, into the verse there. All right, so let's do it again, super slow. All right, so let's take a look at the verse of the song. We're just going to keep this drum pattern super simple, focus more on the chords and the voicings, and let's put it all together, right? So it starts off on C, and here's where we use that different E minor chord voicing. This is where we get our pinky up on that 5th fret of the high E string. All right, so we can put that high E in the melody. To A minor, F, C, G. Then the second half goes F, G, A minor, F, C, G, C. Right? So let's put that all together. We'll play at regular speed and then we'll do it a little slower. Super slow. So for the chorus of the song, we're going to be starting off on E minor, but we're just going to be using our regular voicing of it. We're not going to have that high pinky in there this time. So it's just a regular E minor. So let's take that super slow, right? So now let's put a verse going into a chorus so you can kind of see how everything fits together. Normally the verse chord progression gets repeated twice. I'm just going to do it once to save a little time on the video, but verse into chorus, and then we'll do it a little slower too. Okay? Here we go. Let's do that again, a little slower. Chorus. So there you go. You've got everything that you're going to need to play Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis Presley. You got the chords, you've got the parts, you got the voicings. Everything you need is there. You just got to put it together. And I really hope you have fun with this one. It's a beautiful song. It's got a lot of great changes and great melodies and little things you can put in there to spice it up once you get a good feel for it. But again, thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate it. Again, please like and subscribe to the video and channel. And I'll see you again next time. Be good.